Okay, so at the next roundabout we are turning left.
Can we go past it?
Well, what do you think? What do you think?
It looks quite narrow.
Okay. Well, it is, but there is enough room for you. Okay? Yeah. Because he's got the controls in his hand, hasn't he?
Okay.
See that? So he's just seen you. If you saw him look at you,
Okay.
so you know he's not going to come swinging out on you.
Okay.
Did you realise that he had the controls?
I didn't know.
It's all done by remote these days, so he stands far out of the way. And,
Okay.
but yeah, you're fine. It's just like going through a narrow couple of parked cars, really. You know, when you get one of these tight streets where they're really not like
Yeah.
just go through you. You've been in the car with maybe your parents have gone through it or whatever. It's super slow. Same thing.
So I can't really judge if the car is wide enough to go past. I mean, like
The gap.
The gap. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's the judgment that you're learning, isn't it? If you think about it, Vanessa, you know, it's that experience, spatial awareness. So, you know, awareness of the size of your own car.
Yeah.
It's all relative, and the more you do it, the easier it gets, basically. Okay, so we are coming to another roundabout. We're going to go straight on second exit. Okay, so what I'd like to do at this roundabout is let's go straight on second exit. Perhaps we want to cancel that signal if the self-cancelling system doesn't work. Take the second road on the left, so this is the first. Slow it down for this bit here. Yeah, and remember, less space, less speed. More difficulty, less speed. You can't just drop to the right. Second exit. Probably signal back. Try to feed that through your hand rather than let it slide. It's too easy to do that, innit?
Yeah.
It's not really controlled enough for the driving test, that. They want to see you actually control the steering wheel. Okay, so this roundabout we are turning left. Okay. If we just stick to the left lane, because we're going to go straight on at the next roundabout, second exit, which is that way. We'll do it from the left lane. So we're going to end up going back down through Chelmsford. We're heading into Alveston and Darlington and along the way. So just take your time to be fast. Position and check. Make clear. Just watch your acceleration, okay? Give yourself thinking time. on these little spaces, like between here and the next roundabout, there's not any great benefit to doing big acceleration here. Because then the whole point is you have to do a big braking. So we're turning left, first exit. So slow it down early. Really good positioning. Really good positioning. Slow it down more. And then check in. Check in. So look for your opportunity. Okay, let's go then. Signal back on, please. Thank you. Let's follow it on. Then straight on from here. Remember, Vanessa, good driving doesn't mean fast driving. We want looking for quality, not quantity on this one, yeah? Always looking for skills all the time. If you know, the biggest inhibitor of skills is speed. You know, all speed really does is spoil the skills.
Okay. Am I going too fast on the roundabout?
Just in between them, yeah. So you're coming off of them, you're doing quite well, but then you're accelerating too hard. And then by the time you get to the next one, you haven't got time to do everything. You know, you have to slow down and then do positioning and observations, and you just tightening up on the amount of time you've got to do it, which means the quality drops. Even though you can do it, and oh yeah, I checked, but did you really check enough for a driving test? And this has got to be geared towards a driving test. And on a driving test, the answer would be is rushed. Your observations are rushed because you're having to do sort of heavy braking at the end and quick checking and doing a bit of positioning while you're doing it. So you're dividing your attention between three different things. You know, the braking, this positioning, and the obs. And really, if you can get rid of the speed early and work on the position early, the last thing you've got to do is obs, so you're not dividing your attention between anything but what's really relevant and important.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Alright. Okay, so we're straight on. So at the next roundabout, we're going to be going straight on second exit. As I say, if you can get with the speed nice and early, which you have done now, so at this speed, you can pretty much go at this speed. Now then, early obs, are you clear?
Yes.
Yeah, it's as easy as that, innit? And that speed is about right for that kind of roundabout. Slow down. You've got nowhere to go. You're not a motorcycle, are you? And even a motorbike would have been struggling to get through there. This is what I'm talking about. See it early. Think about it. If you keep going at the same speed and you haven't cleared it, what are you going to do? You're going to be doing an emergency stop, aren't you? Early vision, early decision. The skill that you're developing, Vanessa, or hopefully, is to spot danger early, but also to spot difficulty early. So when we're looking at, well, as an instructor and an experienced driver, when I'm looking ahead, I look for anything out of the ordinary. Now, this is a very ordinary scene. What's got my attention here is the pedestrians, okay, because they're the most relevant. I'm looking at them, the dog walking, they look stable, they're not really an issue for me. They got my initial attention, but they didn't get any extra sort of attention from it because they didn't need it.
Yeah.
Had they been young kids shoving each other and stuff, that would have really got my attention even more.
Yeah. You can see some teenagers like messing around in the street.
Exactly.
We need to be more
I've seen
aware.
them push each other into the road.
Oh yeah, they do that silly.
Yeah, of course they do. I know what kids are like, they used to be one. So always looking ahead. Now everything here looks pretty normal.
Yeah.
Even the pedestrian crossing is not really relevant to us. The next one could be relevant to us, but she's got a decent pace on that shit. She's going to make it.
Yeah.
So that's fine. So in a way, you could almost rate the difficulty level with these situations on a scale of like 1 to 10. You know, if you said, you know, like your road completely blocked is 10, the road completely clear is 0. So the safety level, the danger level here, actually is you're going too fast to slow it down. danger outside of us, but here.
I was focusing on the road. I forgot to check the speed, sorry.
Exactly. So the next set of lights, we're going straight on. So your responsibility is a part of that is your speed. It's too easy to sort of see a clear road and put your foot down in it. You can see why people do it now. See, when you first started with us, you won't go anywhere near 30 miles an hour. But now, there's danger. This one here. See. That's the sea going without checking properly. So looking ahead, the danger is pretty much at zero. There's no real danger.
Yeah.
And each situation, you could kind of give it a little rating of your own and say, 5 out of 10, 6 out of 10, 7 out of 10, by which time you'd almost be going stationary, 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10, you've stopped, So as you go into this kind of villagey area, the centre of the Hamilton centre here, the kind of danger level is going to jump up to at least 5 out of 10 because you've got
more traffic.
There's more traffic. There's chances of pedestrians crossing to get to all the shops. You've got traffic lights. You've got a lot going on here. Cross up, don't do it. Watch out for it. Yeah, you see where you just give that little bit of gas there. You didn't need it. You already had. Your momentum was taking you through there super nice. If you hadn't touched your gas there, Vanessa, I wouldn't have even said anything. I'd have said nice. Would have been talking about something else now. But just as you gassed it, there was a car at the crossroads, didn't they?
Yeah.
And what did they do? They nipped across. Danger, potential danger. We're not talking about driving paranoid, but we're talking about driving with an understanding of what may happen.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, now when we get down to the roundabout, we are going to be going straight on, and we're going to do that from the left lane. Now, as you go through these lights, you're going to give a left signal going behind the van. So direct in, that's it. Because we've gone direct in, we're the lead car, therefore you don't need any sort of shoulder checks or anything. If you waited until here to come over, then it would be a lane change because the lane's already developed.
Oh, yeah.
And that would require a shoulder check and a signal shoulder check and all the rest of it, okay? So I think we've been to this roundabout before, haven't we?
Yeah, we've been like left.
At the left, we haven't been ahead from this one though, I don't believe.
I think we have, maybe once, but only we changed lane to the right hand side and went to the.
Okay, it doesn't matter. Yeah.
Yeah, but not to the town.
Mm-hmm. So we'll probably get through on the next cycle of lines.
Yeah. So are we going ahead now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Second exit.
It's quite weird. I've been doing almost like more than 10 hours of driving, but I haven't really drove all wet by the raining days.
Well, lucky, are we?
Yeah. But does that give like less opportunity for me to learn how to drive?
I'm sure it'll rain before your lessons are done. This is England. Come on. It could rain before the end of this lesson, couldn't it, really?
That's true.
I think we nearly had snow last week.
Really?
Yeah. Well, yeah, I think at some point it was kind of forecast, but it just got cold.
Yeah.
No, don't worry. I mean, if you were to get a lesson in the snow, that'd be really useful for later, you know. But it's very rare.
But if it doesn't snow when we learn the driving lessons, can we still like pass the driving test?
Of course you can.
Drive on like future snowy weather.
Yeah. Once you're certified, you're certified to drive it. So it's just that you won't have experience of driving in the snow.
Yeah.
But I mean, use your common sense on that one, don't you? Take it steady. Don't go too fast.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm pretty convinced it will rain before you finish your driving lessons. I had a girl years ago, and it always used to rain on the lessons.
Really?
Seriously, it was uncanny.
Oh.
Anyway, straight on.
Okay.
Just make sure you stick to your left lane. Go. Stick to that left lane. Make sure you keep it tight, because it is tight here.
Yeah.
Because you've got the lane on your right there. That's it. And then we're just going to be going straight on from here.
Okay.
Not too fast either, because if one of these lot decide that they're going to come over.
Yeah, like this one's quite close to the front.
That's it. There you are. You just make your progress, because it's quite a wide car, that one as well.
Yeah.
That's it. You're good. There you are.
Okay.
That position. Thank you. There's not a lot of wiggle room on this one.
Yeah.
Straight on here, please, Vanessa.
Okay.
Good. So we are going to a roundabout. Sorry, we're not. We're going to a crossroads intersection. Sorry, my bad. I'm getting ahead of myself. Drive up Normanton Road. What do you think?
I'll listen to whatever instruction you give me.
Okay, turning left at this set of lights then. That's good to hear. We'll be safe then.
Yeah.
Do you know Normanton Road?
Yeah.
You heard of it?
I have, maybe like been past a couple of times, but not often though.
Okay.
I know the roads are quite narrow and quite busy.
Quite busy.
Yeah.
The other thing is the pedestrians that are likely to walk in front of you as you're driving without checking. Okay, watch out for car doors opening and don't be in any great rush.
Okay.
And be patient. And you know what? If something happens, and usually something happens, here we go. So we're turning left to just be patient with it and don't have to let it be. Okay, because we already kind of expect something to happen as we go along that road, so it's no big surprise when it does. Short of it, are you?
No, you're a bit further.
About 2 meters. Speed brakes go. There we go. You'll just go on its own. There you go. You've got green light anyway, so it was about there. So this is what I was saying, Vanessa. You know, whenever you come into a stop at a set of lights like that, always look at the line. If you actually look at it, that'll help you to orientate to it.
Okay.
So usually when it disappears out of your sight from the bonnet, it's usually another 2 meters after that. Because of the angles and the way that you look at things. So what a lot of people do is as soon as it disappears from the vision, they stop. But actually, you're still 2 meters short of it. Right, so look at the line. Stop now. There. Do you feel that?
Yeah. It was first line before the cycle.
Exactly. Yeah, well, that's the cycle area.
Yeah. So that's like just behind the line.
Yeah. It's pretty much perfect, actually. Okay. Your front of your car is probably level with the line.
Okay.
Okay, so, thank you. Now then, road ahead closed. So we were going to turn right, but now we can't, so we will go straight on. Second exit, take your time, slow down. Are you clear to go?
Yes.
Just carry on this way up there, please. Yeah, that's a shame. Okay, no worries. Okay, let's go then, green light. Okay, got another. Okay, let's take the next road on the left, just over here. Right, if you can. Remember, you've got people behind you as well, so be careful when you're jumping on your brakes like that. Make sure you check your brakes. We kind of know what it's going to do. It's only just reversed out. It's not going anywhere, is it? Exactly. Well, You're asking me that you're doing it, aren't you? If you're going to ask me before you do it,
Fine.
rather than sort of doing it and saying, shall I let him? Because I would have said, no, it's just got room to go.
Okay.
Just try to keep plenty of room here. Plenty of room. As long as you go slow and cooperate with the oncoming cars,
Yeah.
which we will get to close to these car cars, you'll be absolutely fine.
Okay.
You've seen how the sort of potential danger jumps from virtually 0 up to 5, 6, 7, 8, just like that.
Yeah.
Over there waiting for somebody. Please. Not you, is it?
Of course not.
Exactly. It's this guy's parked in the middle of the road. You can't go around him. He's obviously just jumped out to check something.
Okay.
I think. Yeah. Here we go. It's gonna go. The car's in front of him. There he is. I can see their reflection in that mirror in that window over there. You see, so I know that's come on then, so let's go. We're going straight on.
Okay.
Just keep your eye on the lights and just stop the line. Yeah, so because we couldn't see in front of the van because we were quite close behind him anyway,
Yeah.
I was looking in these windows like mirrors,
Yeah.
and I could see like the cars moving off ahead of him, so I knew he was in a line of traffic. So when we go, we're going straight, and we will have the priority. It's only when you're turning right that you don't have the priority at crossroads. If you're turning left or going ahead, you do. Straight on, you've got the priority, nice and gently, as you just keep going right. Because of course, if they think they can nip across in front of you, then that's what they're doing. And then at the next set of lights, we are going straight off. Have a look at your road markings. Lots of information. Stay on the road. Thank you. Go through. That's it. See, this is why you do it for yourself rather than following the guy in front.
Yeah.
So he drew you off to the within there. I mean, if he had signalled and then gone across like that, he would have clearly known what he was doing. He didn't. He kind of angled over really gently and drew you along with him. Anyway, so straight on here. And we're going to continue to go straight. That sign there tells you that the straight is the right-hand lane of these 3 lanes. So I know it's a bit late to tell you that, but just let me hold you there. Because that middle lane here with your head arrow, that actually becomes a bus lane. But you wouldn't know that till the last moment. There. Bus and bike only. So straight on. doing that braking. There was no need for it.
But
Just
if
before,
you're turning
I know, but just before you did that, you give a little burst of gas. You already had a decent momentum on. Taking time on these roads. Plus, I think it would have been cleared from you anyway. When you actually braked, I think you'd already actually cleared your line. Staying in the left lane and take us all the way around. So those guys are in what's called a protected right turn area. So we stay on the main road. So if you're turning right on these one kind of situations, you need to be in that middle area. It allows them to sit still safely in the middle of the road. Okay, so we're going to another roundabout and we're going to turn right, third exit, please. There's your roundabout. That's it. Control your momentum. Thank you. That's really good actually. So keep it going. Don't lose signal, please. Hold on. There's the gas. There you go. Just to maintain that momentum. Good. See, that felt really nice and controlled. Good speed, good position.
Yeah.
Signals good, everything's good. Okay, we're coming to a roundabout, mini roundabout. We're going to go straight on, second exit. Just in front of you. In fact, you can see the blue sign for it there as well. Just going off the curb. We're going to get round it. Thank you. Round to go. Leave. See, these mini roundabouts will catch you out because they're so small.
Yeah.
You still got to actually get round them. You know, if it was a physical roundabout, you'd have gone a lot slower because you'd have seen it like, oh my word, that's. Going to another roundabout, traditional one, straight on, second exit, please. Okay, so I would like you to turn right at this roundabout. Third exit, the exit after Aston. It's 1, 2, 3. Where the buses over there is where you're going. Okay to go? Let's go then. Right. So next time, not so fast on the bend there. That guy on the left lane had to use his brakes because it looked like you were going to come over. A bit slower, a bit more anticipation of that curve. It's not round, is it? It's more of a strange shape about than a roundabout.
Yeah.
You see, in driving, you're not allowed to cause that to happen. So, because he brakes for you because of your driving, that would fail you on the test. You've got to fit it really well. Okay? Alright. So, it goes back to what we were talking about earlier, Vanessa. Anything unusual, you're going to need to go a little bit slower for it because you don't know how to do it because it's unusual. So, it is by its very nature different. Okay?
There was a little hole in the street.
Pothole. Yeah, I know, they're a bit nasty around here, aren't they? As long as they're not too deep, you're okay with it. But it's only the significant ones that you would try to avoid. Yeah, it's not too deep. Yeah, but it's deeper, it's not wide. Turning left, first exit. That's in position. Check it. Are we good? Let's do it then. So that's it. Yeah, so if a pothole can be deep as long as it's not wide, because then your wheels don't go right into it.
Yeah.
Or it can be wide but not deep, in which case it's not really going to make so much of an effect. It's when it's wider than your wheel and deep, that's when you've got trouble. Because your wheel will go completely into it.
Yeah.
That's when it really whacks. Follow this road ahead. Just got to keep going straight on. So what we're going to see in a little while is triangle signs, which is these advisory signs.
Yeah.
And we're going to give you some information. We're going to act on that information. Now, whenever you see the sign, what it's telling you about is usually a 3 meters after it. You see this sign here? Do you know what it means?
The road gets narrower.
Narrower. So look, 100 meters ahead, slow down, slow down. You know the road's going to get narrower. You see the standing. You see how it's getting narrower here? So you must slow down for it. Yeah, so just be aware of that. There's the road getting narrow again. If you look again, there's another triangle sign giving you it wouldn't tell you that it's going to get narrow where it's already narrow. And there's the narrowing. And you've got a priority system giving them priority. So slow down and give way to them. Give way to oncoming traffic.
Wait for them.
Yeah, you wait here. Because you've got to give way to oncoming traffic. Let's go then. Then if you look again at the next set of signs, it's always the top sign first, followed by the bottom sign. So you've got another narrowing of the warning, yeah? It's at the end of this road. It's a T-junction. It's tricky, so I want you to be
stop at the after the.
Well, just slow down. Stop your car now.
Yeah, there's a car coming.
Yeah, I know, but well, you're telling me, but I wanted to tell you. To let you go. Are you ready to go?
Yeah.
Let's go. So,
I should let the
slow down. That's unusual. That's what I'm talking about now, yeah? That was weird, wasn't it? But it was kind of obvious what it was doing, but it is still unusual. Something different. If something's different, take your time with it. You're not quite sure what, maybe something you've never seen before. People do random things now and again, they really do. that sign for slow is only for people going fast. You're already at the slow speed. Behind you, you've got to pay them no attention whatsoever. They cannot be a factor in the way that you drive. But there are circumstances when it is a factor, but generally it's not these. It's usually when you're approaching a set of lights that may change at the last moment, and that's the only time it's really relevant. General driving like this, if they run in the back of you, then you'll be safe. It's just that it's their fault, then they'll pay for the repairs on your car and all the rest of it. Their liability.
Are we allowed to suddenly stop in the middle of the bridge?
Say again?
Like, are we allowed to stop suddenly in the middle of the bridge on?
Where we stopped?
Yeah.
There was a give way line there.
Yeah.
When I stopped you, we were at the give way line.
Oh, okay.
So yes, you're meant to stop there and check. Because you can't, without stopping there to check, you can't see around to the left to see whether any cars are coming. Because they've got the priority. Thank you. They've got the priority, you see.
Okay.
So we're going to continue on. Because I guarantee that if we hadn't have stopped, if we had gone through at that speed, you would have gone over there, you would have had no reaction time whatsoever. The road literally goes boom, like that. You probably would have ended up crashing your car, or doing an emergency stop at the bottom of the hill with him right up the end. You'd probably just whack straight into you. Not really reacted to them chevrons, did you, until the last moment? So remember, look at the signs, look at the information around you. It's not enough to see it, unless you've got to see it and do something about it, understand it. What does it mean to you?
I'll do it faster next time.
Sorry?
I'll do it faster next time.
Faster?
Like, react quickly.
Oh, yeah. So turning right at the roundabout. At this speed you cannot check, guaranteed you can't check. At this speed you can check, alright? Get rid of the speed early. 1, 2, 3, and it's start. Okay, so we're coming to another roundabout. Once again, we are going to turn right. 4th exit. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Ready to go?
How about now? That's it. Got plenty of time. roundabout, second exit. Speeding again now, so thank you. So mini roundabout, straight on first exit. Good. And then at the next roundabout, where the truck is down there, we are turning left, first exit. It's a bit early for your signal, in fact it's very early.
Oh yeah, that's
At this distance, people might think we're trying to stop on the side of the road. Signal barrier. Good positioning, good checking.
Let's go
then. That's it. Straight on, which is your left lane. I'm going to help you with that. If you think about it, if the device is too straight on, it's more likely to the right hand lane.
Yeah.
I mean, there is always a chance that that could have been this straight on, but
because there's oncoming vehicle on the other side.
it's a bit strange, isn't it? I mean, usually if you don't know, choose the left position for going straight on, and then if it is a left turn, then just turn left. No, we don't need to go a different way after that. But I promise you 99 times out of 100 the left lane will be the right one to go straight. Okay, now at the end of the road is a crossroads, and we're going to turn right. I believe we've done this before.
Yeah.
That's it, turning right. Take a good position, nice and early. If you'd have stayed over there, then you'd have to do a lane change over here when there's no need for it. So, yep, that's it. Now remember, when you're turning right, you give way to oncoming traffic. So up to the middle, keep it moving. Are you clear to turn?
Yes.
Let's do that then. To that left lane there. Okay, so now we're going to follow the signs for Ring Road. A5111. Time. The reason I'm saying it is because of that. See, just wait, stop. Because these guys have just cut over in front of you, aren't you? Them two were in that lane.
Yeah.
Both the red car and the blue car pulled out in front of you.
Yeah.
That's why I said to you, watch yourself. Now, we'll talk about it in a minute. Let's go. Go on, let's go. Behind the blue car. What the problem with it there, Vanessa, is because you went while they were in your danger area. Even though they were in the other lane, you went, and it wasn't wrong for you to go. You did actually go behind them. If you'd have got in front of them, I would have stopped you. Because, again, if they come across, they're going to get you. But you did follow them behind, but then just be aware there's that chance still that they could go across, and actually both did.
Did they signal left?
Well, they did. The second one did. The first one didn't. The red car didn't signal, but the blue car did. You watch your speed, okay? Take your time. Remember, the more you accelerate, the more you're going to have to brake it at the end.
Yeah.
So EMB, see you there? EMB stands for Paul, Maggie, Bradley.
Is it like a
Family business. Paul and Maggie's mum and dad. And Bradley was my ex-pupil.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Taught to drive, that's all I know.
So you must have so many pupils and people.
In a long time.
Did you say you've been teaching driving 18 years?
Yeah. Yes. Yes, I have. This is my 18th year. Oh, it's my 17th year, about to become my 18th year. I don't know, I've lost track. Doesn't really matter anymore, does it? Okay, so at the satellites, we're turning right. Chicken mirror, move out early. That's it. More out, thank you. Hold the line. Good. Plenty of room as long as you're going straight line. Red cars out of position again. There we go. Move down. And just stay shy of the truck. Just stop there. Maybe not quite, yeah, a bit heavy. I would have preferred you to have stopped maybe another 30 centimetres forward, but gently. Because that's the only difference. Because he's going to move, now you can go forward. Because he's in our lane, isn't he? That's it. But gentle brake, just gentle. Okay. Big space on the left, only it's about 2 metres. Thank you. Plenty of room for everybody, and everybody goes slow and cooperates. See, you've got it, yes. Cool. Yes. Nice to see you staying on the road area. Yeah. Which you could have easily gone into there, but there's no need for it.
Yeah.
once you know that you're going to be stopping, why don't you start braking early and more gently over the greater distance rather than going.
I noticed that when approaching.
So at the end of this road, we are turning right. Turning left, that's exit. You've got the priority. Okay. Turning left at the end of this road. And so you keep an eye on that extra light up there, maybe it will come on. That's good. At the roundabout, we'll be turning left, first exit. Straight on, second exit, this one. Choose the left lane. That's your overtaking lane in that one. Okay, just stick to the left. Okay, you're going to the right hand lane there. Now you're in two lanes and then you're back into still in two lanes. Yeah.
I was going to one lane, like eventually.
Well, eventually, but not on the roundabout. So you started off going to the right hand lane. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just that I'd like you to really try and stick to the left if you can, Vanessa. On the roundabout, you start to the left lane, then you put it to the right lane, then you sort of exit in both lanes. You kind of stay in both lanes. It was a bit tricky, especially when you've got this guy here behind you. He was behind you, trying to get around you. So if you're cutting across, he could have very easily thought he's got Porsche there, you know. He could have very easily thought, I can't round on the right hand lane on the roundabout. Maybe his car's capable of it. They're not sure going to be putting him up. Okay, so we are going to be turning left. First exit at this roundabout. Straight on, second exit. Too tight there. Still a little bit tight on it. Right, this roundabout, of course.
Sorry.
Let go of the brakes. Let go of the brakes. Come on, because you're well out of position. Clear space for them. Yeah, you were committing through to that. It's their priority. Yeah, you can't just go. You can go now because you're already here. But by the time I've managed to stop you, you've already got yourself out of position. So when we've stopped, you've not left many room to go. That's why I've got you to let go and move you out of the way, right? Think about what you're doing as a driver. Each of these situations are when you're reading signs, yeah? You've got the priority. You've got the priority. It's fine. You see, this time, because we had the priority, we're good. On that first one, you were in exactly that position, but they had priority. And Who knows what's going to happen then?
Yeah, I should react more in time.
Sorry?
I should react more in time, more quickly.
Well, yeah, you kind of barreled through pretty quick to there. I mean, you were pretty fast into it, to be fair. Taking your time a little bit more. So you may be stopping here and changing the road. That's it. Slow it down, slow down, slow down, slow down. Because you don't slow. No, you see, that's not the way to do it, is it? If you think about it, let's go forwards, slow. Off you go. Slow roll. Stop there. So what you're doing is you're signalling and you're coming over, and I'm saying to you slow down, and you're not. You're kind of going zoom like that at the end. Slow down, then tuck in position. Okay, you must slow down. If you don't, what's going to happen? You're going to get into the habit of coming over fast. When you wait one time, you're going to clip this curve, and especially if it's on the up bit of the curve, and you will literally just take off. You know, I mean, boom, and you really damage your car, or worse still, anything could happen. If you happen to clip this one, you could end up clipping that blooming lamppost if it flies off. I've seen it done. You must slow down and then tuck in. So it's mirror signal, a little bit of positioning, but slow right down and then tuck in. Do you remember when I got you to stop on the right hand side of the road?
Yeah.
And the key to it was mirror signal, position, and really important, slow down. Yeah.
Sorry, that was my bad. I signaled and I noticed, I remember you told me that when there's a car behind us, if you signal, you have to do it like as soon as possible.
Not as soon as possible.
But when it's safe to do so.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I like kind of misbalanced the.
It's mirror signal. The car's quite close behind you, but it now is expecting you to slow down and tuck in. Because think about it, if you just got out of his way, you can't get out of his way just over here anyway, can you? There's not enough room to be out of somebody's way. It's a handbrake. So whenever you're stopping on the left or the right hand side of the road, slow down before you get anywhere near that pavement. It's mirror signal, slow it down, tuck it in, stop. If you do it the other way, you're going fast, close to the pavement, not going to work for you.
Yeah.
Alright?
Sorry about that.
No.